I live in the suburbs and come from a devout Buddhist family. About a year ago, something major happened in our family. A friend who was extremely close to us encountered a bizarre accident and unfortunately passed away. This was a huge loss for all of us, especially for my dad, as they were best friends. Now, the anniversary of his death is approaching, and according to our local customs, we need to hold a ceremony to send his soul to where it belongs. Why is that? Because it is said that those who die prematurely due to accidents are reluctant to leave, wanting to stay in this world a few more days. The night before the ceremony, I woke up in the middle of the night, feeling extremely thirsty, so I went downstairs to get some water. My house has 3 floors, I live on the 2nd floor, and my parents live on the 3rd floor. The staircase connects these 2 floors. After drinking water, and just as I was about to go upstairs, I glanced at the staircase, and hey, I vaguely saw the outline of a man. At that moment, I thought it must be my dad, as he often comes down to check things, especially since my grandpa just returned home after surgery. So, I casually said, "Good night, Dad." But when I got back to my room and lay in bed, the more I thought about it, the more something felt off. I thought about it carefully, and it didn't make sense. When I greeted him, that person didn't respond at all, just stood there quietly. At the time, I thought maybe he didn't hear me, or he was too tired to respond, so I didn't think much of it, and just went to sleep. The next morning, I got up to have breakfast, and found my dad sitting at the dining table. I casually asked, "Dad, why were you standing on the stairs last night and not coming down?" My dad looked at me confused and said, "I wasn't standing there. I was busy working all night and didn't go downstairs at all." At this point, my grandmother overheard our conversation, and her expression changed immediately. She said seriously, "It might be the spirit of a family friend trying to contact us, but we must never acknowledge its existence, because those who pass away prematurely often take with them their loved ones, or cherished possessions." Hearing this, my heart skipped a beat, and I quickly told my grandmother everything that happened last night in detail. After listening, my grandmother let out a long sigh and said, "That must have been the soul, thinking you were talking to someone else, because you thought it was your dad at the time. You need to pray and ask for the God's protection." Although I did as my grandmother said, my mind was still restless, and I couldn't focus at all. Even now, I keep wondering, what would have happened if I had gone upstairs at that time to take a closer look at that figure? Who exactly was that man? Was it a departed soul, or was I hallucinating? All of this is like a fog that has been shrouding my mind.